Welcome back, friends. So in the previous video, we have created this UI for the create room and the join room forms. Now in this video, we are going to create the UI for our main page. So that page is a whiteboard here. So we are just going to create a UI and our whiteboard will not work functionally because I'm not going to add any functions that we need to draw in this video. So that we are going to do in the next video. So this is our Trello here. So here we can see that this we have done here. So I'm going to change the color. So let's change its label. So its label will be green now. And we don't want this because we have done this. Forms we have created already. Now we are going to work with basic whiteboard. So I'm going to change this a little bit. So here we are going to create a basic whiteboard with controls UI. So we are going to create a basic whiteboard with UI controls. So it will be whiteboard only. Whiteboard with UI with controls UI. Just UI we want, and then we are going to upgrade the whiteboard. So upgrade the whiteboard to add shapes. So in the next video, we are going to complete this and then we are going to finish the whiteboard. And then after this, we are going to create the other routes. So for the routing, I'm going to do this here only. So because today in this video, we are going to create the route for another one also. So that is for the join room. So that thing we are going to create. So first of all, there will be a room ID, and then after that it will join that. So we are going to do this. So let's edit the label and let's do this. Save it. And here this one is not under processing for now. So first of all, let's create the routes here. So this is our coding section here. So first of all, let's go to app.jsx. So here, when we will go to the package.json, so here we can say that we see that we have React Auto DOM. So if you haven't installed React Auto DOM, so you can simply write in the terminal yarn add React Auto DOM or npm install React Auto DOM. So now let's go to app.jsx and here let's create a route here. So here, first of all, I will go to the main.jsx and here I will create a browser router here. So I will import browser router as router from React Router DOM. So here I will provide the router here and just save this. So I have provided the router here so that it is easy to get the history. As now see that here we have we are using React Router DOM 6, so we have to change many things here. So here let's go to app.jsx. So here first of all we will add switch here routes here. So here I'm going to import routes from React Router DOM and here let's apply the routes here. So here first routes will be there and then here we are going to add the route and here first of all the path will be there. So path we need to slash. So add slash, there will be the component. So we have to add the component and that component will be forms here. And just save this. And we are getting our first route here. So now let's go here and here actually we are not getting any route. So here what's the error? So let's see this. So match leaf route at location slash does not have any element. So here it is not having any element. So here instead of component there will be element here. Just save this And now we can see the changes. See that we are having now the our index page back. So now let's add some other routes here. So here, first of all, there will be the route and its path will be slash. And here we have to add the things here. So first of all, here will be the room ID and we need the room ID here. And then here will be the name. So the name we need. So that will be from the search parameters and here we will write name as $name. And then we need the element here. So that element we will create. So this element we will create here. So here we can name can be anything here. So instead of this, I'm going to write here room ID just. And first of all, we will ask that from the user, like if name is present there or not. So if name is not present there, then we will ask the name from the prompt box only. So just save this and let's first of all create a component here. So actually we have already created the component. So that is the whiteboard here. So whiteboard we have created and as well as we have created pages. So we will go to the room page next.jsx. So if you don't know how we have created this, then please watch this series from the starting here. So here let's write here rfce rfce. So here we don't need red, so I'm going to close this. So here we are going to write const index x for default. Here will be room page. Room page will be there and let's import the index file also. So here I'm going to import index.css. So css will be there and now this will be room page. Just save this and now let's go to app.jsx and here we will add our room page and it is imported successfully here. That's great. Just save this and now we can see the changes here. So when I will go to any room, so here I am at the room and here we are getting the room page. So now first of all let's create the UI first. So let's create that. So now I'm going to the room page here. So first of all here we can see that we have the container here. Now here just we need the row first. So here we need division.row. And after that, here we need colmd12. So first of all, before that, here I'm going to write one h1 here. So in this, first of all, its class name will be deck center and py will be 5. And here I'm going to write here whiteboard sharing app. Just save this and now we can see the changes here. So these changes are looking very good. So whiteboard sharing app and now let's move forward and let's the tools that we need and first of all complete the UI here. So here we have completed the routing almost. So till now I'm going to make this as done and whenever we need so we will bring back to the processing here. So create routes is done and then we are going to go for the whiteboard with controls and let's add the label here. We are just going to make a UI here. So this label will be there and just save it. And now let's move forward here. So here, first of all, we are going to create one column here. So that will be column G12, and its margin top will be 4 and margin bottom will be 5 here. And this will be the area of controls. So that's why I'm going to add deflex here and align items center and justify content around. Justify content will be around here. And so first of all, what we need here. So here, first of all, we need, first of all, here will be the type of the tool, and then here will be the color, and at last there will be under redo, and after that there will be a clear button. So let's create that. So first of all, here what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to create the controls here. So here we have whiteboard and then user bar and this thing. So first of all, here I'm going to add the controls here. So first of all, let's add the state here. So first state we are going to add tool. So tool will be the set tool, and by default the tool will be pencil. By default we will be having the tool as pencil here. So import use state from React, and we have the tool here now. So now let's move forward here. So here let's add the tool here. So here I'm going to add one div. So one div will be there, and its class name I need. So class name will be deflex, and I also need that col md4 will be enough, and justify content between, justify content between I need, and then I think it's okay. So here we need the radio button, and also we need the gap here. So here input type will be radio, type radio will be there, and we need name. So name will be tool, and value will be pencil. On change, the same thing we are going to do here. And now let's move forward, and here tool we need the line. So line will be there. We have to set the value here, and value in line, and name will be tool here. And then after that there will be rectangle. So I'm going to write rect only here and just save this. And now here we need some gap here. So I'm going to write gap as 1. So just save it. And here we are getting one error. So export default room page. So I think there is something missing. Yeah. So we haven't closed our div here. So that one is missing here. So div, just save this, and now we can see the changes. So here we have our things here, but we haven't the labels. So we have to create the labels also first. So here let's create a label here. Uh, its value, I don't know why its value is not showing. Pencil, just save this. Yeah, placeholder is also not showing. So we don't want this here. So here what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to add div here and class deflex, and flex column will not be there. And here I'm going to write as gap 1. So let's close the div, and under the div first of all there will be a label. Label for will be pencil. So label for pencil will be there, and here I will write pencil. Just same thing we have to do here. So I'm going to copy this and paste it 2 times, and here in the top, I'm going to remove this. And here we also have to add ID here. So ID will be pencil, and for here will be for line. And I'm going to add ID as line. So here is HTML4. So instead of 4, there is HTML4. HTML4. And now let's move ahead. And I'm going to remove this. Here, instead of first of all, there will be line, and for rect, I'm going to write rectangle. ID will be rect. Just save this, and now we can see the changes. So here we are getting pencil, line, rectangle. So we can choose anyone here. So but these are not in one line. So here what I'm going to do. So here I'm going to add one more class. So that will be align items center. Just save this. Now we can see the changes here. Sorry, spellings got wrong. Line item center is not working. So let's add margin y to 0. This one we have to add for the label. For this one, let's try for the label margin by to 0. Yeah, for label it is not working. For input it should work. Class name margin y to 0 here. So this is not into the center. Margin top to 1 will be good. So margin top 1. So I'm going to add this to everyone. So we have done this. Now we have selected this one successfully here. So now let's move forward. So here, there we have col MD12. So and here we have col MD4. So let me make it as col MD3. And col MD2 will also be good. So col MD2 is looking good. So that's great. So and here I'm going to write padding X to 5 here. Yeah, that's great. And MX autumn. Justify content between and justify content around. So that's great. Yeah. So let's me write VG dark just for a change. So here VG dark is looking like this. That is great. Just save this, and here I'm going to write adding X5 here also. Let me remove this. So here we are done with this here. Now let's move forward. So here we will be having col MD5, 5, 7, and then 5. I think 7 will be enough. And here we just need the color here. So first we need label. So label will be for the color. And here I'm going to write select color. And here we will be having the input, and type will be color there. And then ID color we need, and then class item empty1. So here I'm going to create one new state for the color here first. So color, we are going to set the color. So by default, the color will be black. So here on change I'm going to set, and here also we have to set a value here, so that I forgot. So here let's the okay value we have already here, so we don't need this here. And its value, so by default the value will be the color, and now we don't need anything, so here let's close the div as well, div. And next div I'm also going to close. Just save this. Now we can see the changes. So we have set color, we have added the color here. So here I'm going to change this cell col MD6. Let it be col MD8 here. So col MD8 is good. And we don't need any flex column. So I'm going to remove this flex column. And I'm going to add col MD10, col MD12. Yeah, now this is looking good. And here we need gap as 3 here. So at least gap 3 we need. And then here also we need some gap here, margin of 1. So here I'm going to add gap, margin left as 3. So actually it will be margin start. So margin start as 3. So now it's looking good. And here I also need the margin. So instead of around, I think between will be good. Justify content between. So we have done this also. Now let's move forward, and the here we need the class name. So class name as colmd3, and here we need some buttons. So first of all we need undo, and the last one we need as redo here. So it will be outline primary here. Just close the div, and here will be deflex and gap as 2 here. Just save this. Now we can see the changes. So these changes are very good. And instead of this col MD7, it will be col MD2 is enough. Yeah, col MD2 was enough. And the last thing we need, so here I'm going to create as if dot col MD3 for 5 and 6, 7. We have created 7. So col MD3. Col MD2 is enough. 3 is enough. Okay. So col MD3. And here we need the button dot button, and its class name will be clear rect. So we have to create the button, so btn danger, and it will be clear canvas. Just save this, it will be canvas. Just save this, and here we are getting clean canvas here. So let it be col MD1, I think is enough. No, col MD2 is enough. So col MD2, and let all things to the center. So I'm going to create MX auto. So all things are in the center here. So now we can add to the col MD10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 and 8, 9. So here will be a gap. So we have to change the gap as 2 here. I think we should not have any gap. And here I'm going to write col MD3 and MX auto we should not add here. So I'm going to add MX auto here. Let's leave this. Yeah. So these are looking good now. So let's add here a line item center and justify content center here. So we have to add everything in the center, justify content center, because we already have the gap. And here we also need justify content center. So this one is also at the center. So here, let's create one thing here. So margin MX auto to make all these to the center here. So now these are looking good. So these are looking good controls. And here we can now create the canvas here. So now let's create the canvas. So here, let me first of all add margin bottom as 3 and margin top as 2 here. Or I think we don't need any margin top. Let's save this. Now these are looking good here. So now let's create a canvas. And now let's add the canvas quickly here. So here first of all, I'm going to go for the whiteboard here. So under the whiteboard, let's go for the index.jsx. So here I'm going to create one React functional component. So that's it. And here will be the whiteboard. So whiteboard and just save it. And now let's go to the room page and here just below. So here we don't need any this column written. So here just below here at the first of all we will add col md10 and here just I'm going to add here and we also need the border. So here I'm going to add whiteboard here. Just save this and I have imported the whiteboard successfully to the room page here. And now here we can see we have the whiteboard. And here let's do the one thing here, let it be MX photo and margin top to 4. Just save it and this looks very good. So here border I'm going to remove it, just save it. And now let's go here and first of all let's create a canvas here. So here I'm going to create a canvas. So canvas is there and here we need the height. So height will be let it be 100%. So we need 100% height and width will be 100%. And let's add the class name here to ensure that if we have the full width or not. So here I'm going to add bg primary, bg dark. Just save it and now we can see the changes. So these are the changes here. So here what I'm going to write height as 100. We are not getting any changes here. So let's move here. So here we have to add the height here. So for that, I'm going to add the column. So canvas box. And here I'm going to copy this. I have added the class here. And now let's go to the index.css and here let's access this class and its height. So I think height 500 will be fine. So height 500 is there, 500 pixel. Just save this. So we have the height as 500 pixel. Now we can see the scrolling here. So height as 100%. So height as 100% here. So here we have to add the height as 100%. So I'm going to add with the help of class. So see that here we have the height 100%. And now let the width to be 100 also. And now we have the width as 100% also. So we have the width as 100% also. So I'm going to remove the dog. So here I'm going to just add border, border, and border dark, and border. Just save this, and now you can see we have a very good border. So this border is looking awesome. So this is the canvas now that we have. And for more, we can remove the padding of for this one. So here padding y will be 5. Let it be padding top to 4, and padding y to 4 will be, and just save this. And now we can see that we don't have any scroll bar, and this is looking very good. So now here we can show the users joined, and the other thing, the list of the users that we are going to do uh, when we are going to complete our this whole setup. So here I'm just going to add here users online, and here I'm going to add span, and class name will be text primary, and like this. So users online, by default the users online will be 0. Just save this, and now you can see users online 0 here. So we have completed the UI here. Now in the next video we are going to apply the logic and do the canvas function. So as now you can see it is doing nothing here. So by default we have to select this as pencil also. So here by default I'm going to add this as pencil. So by default this will be selected. Where it is? Yeah, this one. So it will be selected. Yeah. So here I'm going to write, so checked is equals to if tool is pencil, and this one we are going to check if tool is equals to line, and this one we are going to check if tool is rect. Just save this, and we can see that the first hour in the state the tool is pencil, so that's why it is checked line and then rectangle. Now it is also controlled input. So we have done this now. So I will see you in the next video, and we will add the logic here.